This is Damon Stevens, Finwealth Builders, and today is October 23rd, 2021. It's Saturday, and we're doing Saturday because I'm traveling, and so it's going to be hard to get all these videos out. I'm going to try to, give you an update on Monday as well, but this is going to be actually your Monday prep video as well as your review of Friday. And so let's get right into it. It was an amazing day. If you were in small caps, you were loving life. So let's get right into it. Talk about this Trump stock, and some others as well. All right, let's take a look at what happened. So I'm going to skip back and forth between a couple of videos today. So if you look at the market on Friday, Dow Jones closed up 0.21%, NASDAQ down 0.82%, and S&P 500 down 0.11. So, pretty much if you look at it overall, pretty well just pretty close to flat. FANG stocks did have a pullback here. The money was definitely flowing into small caps. So we had a pullback on the FANGs. You see a pullback on China. So you see a little bit of weakness here around the world as well. But boy, wait until we review these small caps. If you look at them right now, just as a glimpse, PHUN up 471%. DWAC, this is 107, and that's not accurate. And wait till we review this chart here. Mark 138, CRTD, PTLO, all these just really rocked it on Friday. So hopefully you got a piece of any of these. You were having a really good Friday. So DWAC, so this is the Trump stock. This is a social media company that Trump is backing. Actually, it'll merge with another company. So I don't know, where this is at. So just be really careful on this. I got two pieces of this. I did not get the whole thing. If I did, boy, it would just rock my portfolio. This is just incredible. Some people got, I was hearing people pulling out 250,000 or more on this, and I'm sure there's more. And institutions are getting into this one as well. So it's not really, it went from a small cap to a big cap or mid-sized cap real quick, but does it last? Is just a one day fad? I think it's going to have some volatility in it. So I don't know. This thing could go, people are saying it could go to $1,000, which, it's possible. Other people are saying it's going to drop back down to $26, kind of where it opened up. But all I'd say is, if you got some of this, this was a huge, huge move. It's showing here the low was, basically $10, but when I saw it on my scanner, it was 26. But it went from basically that $26 to 175. Just crazy amounts. So really, really good rocket ride. Nobody could anticipate where this thing was going to go. So just be careful. One of the things that's so important to lock in profits, and that's why we talk about these videos a lot. Because if this went from $10 to 175 and you're buying in at say even over $100 and you held, the stock dropped back down, close to $80 by close. So 175 down to almost 75, 77, 63, you lost almost $100, and it may never come back. Or it could come back and skyrocket, and you can be hopeful. We call that hopium, because you're hoping on something that you don't know. So that's why it's important. If you're going to get on one of these, get in, get out. Just take a piece of profit if you can off of it and get out. That's why on a lot of these moves, I don't get the whole thing because I don't know where the top is. It's all new. So to guess, where it's going to go when it goes parabolic like this is just really, really dangerous. And now that it's gone to a high, 175, definitely on the watch list for Monday. Definitely going to be watching this next week. Definitely going to be volatile, but at least we know where, if momentum picks up and volume picks up, we know potentially where it could go to or higher, but at least we know that it could head towards that 175. So just something to, be aware of. A lot of people start chasing it, or they say, hey, I'm going to buy it. It's diamond hands. I'm going to buy it and hold it, well, if you're buying and holding down here at $26, that's a lot safer than holding it up here over $100 or $175. There's just no reason to lose your portfolio or all your money by buying high and keeping high. You don't buy high and sell low, you buy low, sell high. So just keep that in mind, especially these small caps, because these swings, like we talk in the videos every day. A lot of these are just day trades. You trade it one day, you're in, you're out, and it never comes back, or it comes back, 6 months or a year or 2 years from now. But if we see strength at the end of the day, a lot of these have given us, a week or 2 weeks of trades. So you just got to watch the price action. You got to watch the charts. If you're not doing technical analysis, or at least watching our videos, it can be dangerous. So just be careful out there. But what a killer stock. PHUN also really good. I love this one too. This one, basically is down here close to $1, hit a peak of $24, just, pretty much a spike. But, you see here, $24 is back down, close to $7, $6 by the end of the day. So you can see, one time hit. Now this one I'm keeping on because it's, right on the 20. So, the moving averages, it's in a good place, for a possible run again. So it's definitely on the radar for Monday. DATS, low of 875, high of 1340 for a spike. You see here that what I do like about DATS for, possibly coming back up is you have, where it came up here, gave you right up to close to $11, came back down up to this 1340 if you caught any of that, and then back down. Now it did drop off at the end of the day close to where, it opened. So I don't like that it's below all the moving averages. This could have been a one day hit. So that's the thing I don't like. But I'm going to keep these on the radar for Monday, at least, and see if they're going to give us another pop. If they start to show some momentum and some volume coming in, they might be a multi-day trade for next week. If not, they'll fall off and they're done. GROM is another one that had a nice little spike from $3 up to $7. So really good run. That was the spike. Came down, again settled. It's above the 50 though, and the 100 and the 200, a little bit higher than the open. So I do like that. I don't like that it's weak under the 5 and the 10 and the 20, but going to be watching this one as well. And we know where it could possibly head. So I'm liking that one. AGC. So this one, nice spike up from, lows $10 up to 12. Not huge, but sometimes these ones that don't like spike up really high and then come back down to ground zero will give you a multi-day trade. So AGC, definitely watching it, see if it can give us a multi-day trade and hopefully just start to move up. So this one's on the watch list for Monday as well. And then PTLO did as well. $25 was a low, 45 for the high, so $20 swing, just huge. What I do like about PTLO is, it came up here, it hit this high, came back down to the 10, and it rode back up here, and it's settling in. So this, to me, here at 39.35, could easily go to 45 or higher. So this is on the short list for Monday. I think this one has the greater potential for moving up for sure. CRTD, $2.64 up to $9.80 at the spike. Nice, huge run. If you didn't miss this one, one of the things that's nice about this is, the low of $3 came up, hit, $8.30, came back down to the 20, which we talked about in a lot of our videos, the 20 and the 50. When these drop, down 20 and 50s, then there's a good chance that it's going to pop again. And that's exactly what happened. It came down to 450, went right back up to a new high of 980, and then popped down, and you can see it kind of just flattened right out. So almost retraced the whole thing, and it's under the 50 now. So I don't like that. That's a lot of weakness. Almost retrace the whole thing instead of about 50%. If you get a 50% retracement, it's healthy. And if it starts to run back up, that's a healthy chart. That means you have momentum. Where it goes and retraces almost 100% day one, that doesn't show a lot of strength. That just kind of shows, people came in, day traded it or scalped it, and then they're out, and then it's done. So these small caps should be really careful, because a lot of institutions aren't investing in these because there are small caps, and so a lot of them can't. invest. So you're dealing with mostly retail traders on a lot of these. So you just got to be really careful on these small caps. NVIDIA is going up towards a double top here. You can see that's, it's pulled back, but it's a nice healthy chart. And you see here, it's it's going up towards this, this 230 level. So what we're looking for here, just be careful. This could hit that resistance, which it did. It tried to spike it and failed. So this could, like it did before, came up, spiked it, failed. It can clear back down here to the 100 now. I don't know that I don't see breaking below the 5 EMA, so the moving average. So that's good. It just kind of pulled back a little bit. So this means it could still have some strength. It may consolidate like this did here. Let me go ahead and just create a little line here. So you see where it consolidated before it kind of failed and pulled back. It could do that, or it could just try to make another run again. But if it gets over the 2030 is what we want, 231, we want to get over here, come back here and bounce off the 231, then up, and then that's going to be your signal for a long ride back up. If it sits there and consolidates under here, then it has a choice of either consolidating, taking energy to go up, or like it did here, consolidated and had energy and actually fell down. So just be careful here on these double tops, because you need a confirmation of where it's going to go, because it could pull down here immediately, consolidate, pull down, or get enough momentum to go up. But you want to make sure it checks in and that it's sustainable and it closes above there. Here's a good example of that. So SC's been on this nice steady climb up, hit this resistance level just close to 360, and then failed and came back down to the 50, and then tried to make a new run at it. And you see here, it got to the resistance, broke it, came back in, and what you'd wanted it to done is come down, and there's a little bit of training here, by the way, come down to 360 and then bounce off. If it did that, you could start to head towards new highs. It did not, came down, but luckily it did get to the 10. So if it can hold this 10 or the 20, bounce off and go back again, it could make a run for new highs. If it starts to fail below the 10 and the 20, then we could be coming clear back down to 308 to try to get energy in. And this just, again, becomes a channel like it did before. So watching this price action on SC, but nice run. I mean, this is a nice, healthy bull chart. Moderna, boy, I've been really trying to hold on to this one. It's a good scalper. I've tried scalping along the way, but boy, I just don't like this chart. So it hit that high of almost 500. Then we're hovering down here close to 300. So, and it's showing weakness. I don't like that it's kind of curling down. So this one, it's above the 200 still. Usually 200, just when I tell you I take it off, I either use that for shorting a stock or I just take it off of this and focus on the ones that are growth. So this one's not looking good. So Moderna may be off my list for a while. Invax, same thing. Just continues to show additional weakness. And I know they've had some supply issues trying to get their vaccine out. So, we'll see what happens. But you can see here, we broke clear below the 200 now. So just heading down. So that's concerning. So that might be off my list as well at this point for now. So we'll see. As far as government bonds, this is something to watch. If it gets below this, if it got above this 177, get concerned about, inflation and other things. But you can see here, it came back down, pulled back down here to support level at this 163. So we'll see, as long as it stays down here in check, that's good for the market. US dollar pullback as well. That's healthy for the market as well. You can see it's right on our wedge here that we have. So it broke down. Now, if it could break up here and find, support here and bounce off. But right now it's pulled back here just a little bit. VIX continues to go down, although it kind of, it was kind of pretty well flat on Friday. So just something to watch, hopefully it doesn't, if it starts to curl back up, we could have a little bit of pullback in the market, which, could make sense, with the S&P 500. When we look at the chart there, you can see why. But right down here, you had a lot of the stocks, a lot of the VIX pull back up here. So I'm not trading. I was going to look at doing some calls on UVXY on as far as assuming the VIX might spike back up, but I didn't see that it was showing that it's ready to do that yet. So, but it's possible. You see down here, we got a lot of it where it's bounced back up off of this level. So it's possible that VIX could bounce here and pull the market down just a little bit. And here's why. Here's why I'm curious if it is, because this is the S&P 500. You see here, this double top here, you see that it pulled through and was able to close above the line. So that means a better chance for, the SPY just to keep on climbing up here. But on Friday, you got this huge flat. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a doji, but you have this flat place here on, this S&P 500. Sometimes when you have that could be a reversal candle. It could start to pull back down here. So really got to watch this on Monday. It did close above the line as well, so that's good, above our support line here. So we got the double top is in place right now, but we need to start having it climb up here. If we don't have it start closing, 2 or 3 days above here to start climbing up to new highs, it could pull back. So just watching that on Monday to see. Triple Qs here, you see that it came up here, and you can see here that it, if you call this a double top here, that up here is where it kind of found resistance. You can see there was support or resistance right here. This little channel here, it pulled down, came back up, and it's finding resistance here. So if this starts to curl down, that means Qs are coming down, which means techs are going to, our FANG stocks are going to come down, tech's going to come down. So just watching this level right here, got to break above this if we want to continue the bullish momentum. Semiconductors is kind of flat as well. So you're seeing the same thing here. It's got to get back up above here if it wants to continue to show momentum and strength. And then IWM. So IWM is finding issues with resistance as well. So you can see here that it's been trying to break through and it's failed. So we'll have to see if it can get through this. I mean, I do like that these are still moving up. That means it could bounce through this, find strength, and go to new highs. But right now we're kind of at that double top range as well on the IWM. Financials are just looking nice and strong, just continue to go up. Next level we're looking for something around $42. And this 40.62. If it doesn't, I mean, it's above all the moving averages. I like this nice trend line coming up here and that it's just staying nice and close to it. That means there's a lot of strength and momentum there. So financials is looking really good. Gold tried to spike through our resistance levels that we've been talking about here, but failed. It's still just barely under the 200. That's a little bit of weakness, but it is at resistance. So, and it is trying to get through, but just doesn't have enough momentum to carry through. It's got to get above this line here. You can see this line here. We've got to get back above here. And if so, gold can have a nice long run up to this $16 range. So looking for it to get out of there and sustain it. And that way we can jump in and go for a rocket ride here. Silver. Same thing. It's that resistance under this 200. It's got to get above this line here at 24.86 and just hold above there so it can start to get momentum to go back up. So silver's still kind of at that resistance level. Bitcoin hit that high of 67,000. Kind of retraced back a little bit. Now, the thing that I'm watching, that's why I barely have any Bitcoin right now. I'm in profits right now, so I just wanted to lock things in because I figured there's got to be a pullback and retracement. Here's what I'm looking at. So see this big breakdown candle here. I'm watching for that one for potential down the road here if we get a lot of weakness in Bitcoin. But right now, I'm hoping this breakup candle here, you can see here that was a little bit of resistance. It broke through, came up, came back, and now it's below this. So if it might retrace this whole candle, although it's trying to stay above that resistance line. So it could try to break out again here. I do like that it's staying at the top of this. So I'm watching for it to break out, again, above 62,000. If you can hold that, then I think we can start to climb back up here to new highs and go towards, this, 67,000 or up to 70,000. If it doesn't, this breakup candle could be a retracement here down to 57. So keep an eye on that. And looking for either some weakness to short this or strength to pull back up and head north. Ethereum, nice and strong. It did find some resistance finally though. So this around this 4,000 mark, it's got to get above this line now and hold to keep its momentum going. Otherwise, it could possibly retrace back down here to 3,700 level. So you got this big breakup candle. And so now I'd say this is probably most likely the channel that we're in. So you see it had some consolidation here. You have it down here. So this may be a consolidation area to try to break up through here, but it's got to get back over, this 41.66 level here to get back in so we can ride it back up here. So right now we're just consolidating. So Ethereum I just have one little piece on it, but mostly I'm just sitting on the sidelines waiting for it to show its which direction it wants to go. Same with Shibu. I keep watching this thing. I got out at 2900s levels, and it's just been hovering below that, and I just keep waiting for this thing to just kind of break back out. But it's just still been consolidating here. So we're just going to kind of watch this consolidation and for a while, and until it shows momentum to either break up and hold or to break down. But this could stay this way for a long time, and so I'd rather have money somewhere else than sitting here just on the sideline, just waiting for this. So just kind of keep watching this. It's on our charts every day, just seeing what the momentums are, which direction we're going to go. So so that's crypto. So crypto is kind of in a holding pattern, at least for now, until we get, for me personally at least, until we get a breakout or breakdown. So that's our stocks. That's what we're looking for Monday. We have a list, a good long list of stocks to look at on Monday. Continue watching the scanner as well. We get new ones every day, and you got to love those spikes. Just make sure you're taking profits. Don't hold on to those babies unless they're closing out the day, and maybe give you another run. But at least put something on the sideline for profits. At least that's the best way you can make sure that you remain profitable. But everybody stay safe out there. Everybody have great rest of the weekend, and we'll talk Monday night. And I'll try to give you an update, even though I'll be in a hotel. We'll try to keep you in touch with what's going on and what we're chasing. So everybody, we'll talk to you later.